In an incredibly divided political climate, two members of Congress are setting out to show that civility and bipartisanship are not a lost cause. Our Devin Dwyer hit the road with Republican Dusty Johnson of South Dakota and Democrat Dean Phillips of Minnesota, where the two self-described problem solvers showcased potential solutions for healing our divides.
The crowds come for cows and corn.
What do you eat?
Eating the corn. Got to get the corn.
Deep-fried candy bars, legendary butter sculptures, and a side of political straight talk.
We're losing all of our rights. We're losing our choice.
Do trans lives and black lives matter here?
I think they do, more for some people than others.
At the Minnesota State Fair, America's deep political divide in the COVID era is on full display.
Who's on the wheel?
That is Governor Walz.
Well, that's the governor.
That's the governor right there.
We got our own war within our own states here right now going on.
Enter two members of Congress, a Republican and a Democrat, on a mission to find a path toward healing.
I mean, what's a Trump country Republican doing with a Twin Cities Democrat at the State Fair?
Well, I mean, I think, number one, it's more like that than people realize. There are lots of good people in Congress.
South Dakota Republican Dusty Johnson and Minnesota Democrat Dean Phillips have teamed up for a first-of-its-kind political exchange.
My name's Randy.
Hey, Randy. I'm Dusty.
Visiting with voters in each other's home districts in an effort to tone down the rhetoric and find common ground.
So how do you get from civility, and this is great that you guys are showing it here, but how do you get from that to compromise? It seems like a much harder ideal to reach.
You know, you can't work with people you don't trust, and you can't trust people you don't know.
The congressmen say they're ideological opposites, but constructive personal friends.
Have you done other state fairs?
I never have.
Yeah, me either.
No.
It sort of felt like I was cheating.
I know you did.
The two hitting the road to a Twin Cities suburb for a pilot program with conservative and liberal strangers on how to confront our differences.
For people to come together in goodwill and not to start out with, what do you think of Trump?
Dean and Dusty enlisting the help of Bill Doherty, co-founder of the nonpartisan group Braver Angels.
We started this organization 4.5 years ago, and we've done 1,000 conversations so far.
Doherty is a marriage therapist by trade.
I've been doing marriage therapy for 40 years. I've never seen politics invade the marriage like it has now.
We heard for ourselves how our politics are straining our relationships.
It's tragic for my son, and he doesn't see his cousins now. And, you know, some people that I talk to just wonder, you know, out loud, can it go to civil war if we don't stop this and find a better way?
One of the main reasons I came here is I got married 11 years ago to a man who was right of center. And we almost didn't get married because of our disagreements 11 years ago. After the George Floyd, we came to some blows in discussions about the racial disparities, because I had a whole different perspective and a whole different set of experiences than he did in growing up.
I have a spouse, she's left of center, unlike me, but when we got married 14 years ago, politics was nowhere near the top of the conversation list. And you can't go anywhere today without people looking at you, and before they even know who you are, they want to know, okay, is this person vaccinated? Is this person toting a gun?
For 2 hours, the participants, with the congressmen in the mix, sharing personal stories in search of mutual understanding.
I literally had someone tell me that I have to be very careful if I put an American flag on my house, because I happen to live in a blue area, and when I put my American flag out, I look red. And that could be a problem, and that could make our house a target. That's appalling.
And pairing off red and blue to try truly listening to the other. The conversations leading to revelations.
I was able to sit here as a conservative and not think at the end of this thing that you blue people are, you know, you're real people. You know.
We do not have to be two separate teams. You know, we can be one team, and I'm taking hope from here.
We're more alike than we are different, everyone in this room, and that I think was a little bit surprising.
A call to get back to basics.
People have to focus on what they have in common, what they care about together.
We're just trying to find out a way for our country to talk about these wonderful political opinions in a way that is productive rather than destructive.
No.
All right.
As two political optimists in Congress try to help lead the way.
I learn from him, he learns from me. And if that can be just a tiny bit of a seed that we metaphorically plant at the State Fair and tonight at our Common Ground tour, that's a darn good beginning. Now we just got to water it.
For ABC News, I'm Devin Dwyer in St. Paul, Minnesota.
All right, thanks to Devin, and hopefully their mission of civility catches on. Meanwhile, they've been on the front lines of the pandemic since the very beginning, traveling to COVID hotspots around the country. Our friends at Nightline bring us the story of two travel nurses leaving their families behind so they could help save our families.
What's up?
I've worked most days every week I've been here. It's exhausting. There are no more beds in the rest of the hospital, so there's not really anywhere for patients to move. In short, it's definitely worse here than it was last time. 6 months ago, when we last talked, I really thought things were going in a different direction.
Normal temperature, please proceed.
I did not for a second think I would be here again right now.
Let me see your skills.
My faith keeps me grounded.
Go, go, go.
My family keeps me grounded.
Hi, how are you?
Travel nurses are heroes. You rise to the occasion when it matters most, and that's what we are. That's what travel nurses are. That's what we do.
But can I travel too?
You get to come and visit.
When I'm leaving out again, it's always, well, when will you be back? When should we expect you, kind of thing.
See you later.
You can tell by, how tight the hugs are.
Love you.
For traveling nurses, I don't get a chance to be with my family. I don't get a chance to hug my kids or to kiss my husband every day of the week. And so it's a challenge and it's a sacrifice that not everybody is willing to make. It's just that I've been chosen to make it. My name is Dakoyoia Billy. I am a travel nurse.
I'm Bridget Harrigan. I'm 28 years old and I am a travel nurse. You miss out on family things, birthdays, and I've missed Christmas before. There are definitely sacrifices.
New York's first case of coronavirus affected a 39-year-old healthcare worker who had just
World Health Organization now declaring a global pandemic.
I knew I had to go. There was no question about it. They assigned me to Elmhurst Hospital in Queens, New York. The epicenter of the epicenter.
Doctors on the front lines warning hospitals are increasingly overwhelmed.
My first assignment was here in New York. It was scary. You think about the lives lost and, the families that were hurting. You think about your own family. I have Jalen. I have Elijah. And then I have Carrington. He's the oldest of the twins.
She wants to say hi.
And then Kinsley is the youngest, and she's the only girl. I figured, okay, this is serious. It's not going anywhere. I still need to help provide for my family. The twins were about 3 months old. I was pumping because they were premature. My husband, he told me as long as I have milk, then I am good to go.
When we explained it to the children, we just basically said that mom has a work assignment. She'll be gone for a little bit, but she'll be back.
This is my home for the next month or so. It's got everything I really need.
I was only supposed to be there for 4 weeks, and then I ended up extending because it was continuing to get worse.
Not too bad, the mask marks today.
I was about 2 weeks into my assignment. I started to feel badly.
I have a fever now, 100.7.
definitely convinced that I have COVID, because what else could it be? Oh, there we go. I got it.
Rise and shine. Today is day 12 of 20-something. I've lost count, and I'm tired. But you push on another day to help those in need.
Every time she returns home, I do find myself having a sigh of relief inside, knowing that she's safe.
Getting to spend that quality time with my family definitely makes it harder to leave.
Months ago, when we last talked, I took an assignment in Guam, which was amazing, and I was there until the end of May. Came back home to Texas, and then the pandemic revved up again for the next surge, and now I'm in the Woodlands, Texas. It is insane here. What I've seen is that every single patient, aside from one that's come through the ICU in the last 4 to 5 weeks, has been unvaccinated.
I'm actually kind of renewed in my sense of being a nurse. I'm feeling again what I used to always feel about being in the right place and doing the right thing.
Sun's out, it's beautiful out, it's time to get ready. The CDC says that you're to isolate for 10 days. We see on average about 350 patients a day.
Let's confirm your name and date of birth, please.
6 months ago, patients were rushing in to get tested because of the unknown. Now patients are rushing in to get tested because it's a necessity. The babies were crawling. They're now full on running, climbing. Yay! Resilience is major for travel nurses. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it to be a travel nurse.
I've been absolutely amazed by the people I've met. All of these other nurses are my heroes. I don't believe that we could get through this at all without them.
Our thanks to our friends at Nightline for that, and a special thank you to Dakoyoia and Bridget and all those frontline workers who risk their lives every day to save ours.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.